My name is Veronica Davis. I am the co-founder of Black Women Bike DC. The story of Black Women Bike DC starts in 2011. I was biking through public housing, and this young girl was like, "Mommy, mommy, mommy, there's a black girl on a bike." So then after that, I was talking to my friends about it on Twitter, and we started using the hashtag Black Women Bike just to talk about it.
Well, the goals of the organization are really to get black women interested in biking, women and girls, to get them on bikes, safely riding, confidently riding.
And there was this tension, and so black bike lanes became a pseudonym for white people. And so it was really starting using the hashtag Black Women Bike to talk about we're here and we do bike. And within that, we started a Facebook group, and here we are almost 5 years later, 4 years later, and we have about 1,500 women in our Facebook group.
So my name is Monica Garrison. I am the founder of Black Girls Do Bike. So our goal is to get women to ride more, to meet each other and ride together, to support one another, and promote Skillshare. You know, if someone could just simply be introduced to cycling, then they would fall in love with it just like I have. So I started the Facebook page, Black Girls Do Bike, and then we have 35 chapters around the country of ladies who ride. And those chapters are anywhere from 500 to over 700 members. So the true numbers I don't know, but there are a lot of us out there.
You know, some people say, "Oh, black women bike, oh, that's so racist, why can't you just bike?" And I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but I've been to the Bike League Summit. I can count, you know, how many people are there, and as long as I can do that, we're gonna be Black Women Bike.
We try to keep it ladies only, so we are inclusive in that way. But we also, you know, we welcome support from our male members, our husbands, you know, that whole demographic.
And we do limit it by gender, and I think the reason is that it's important to give women a space to talk about some of the challenges that they face.
We all need different things. We're all cyclists, but our needs are by no means the same.
One of the reasons why I think it's important to have people of color, and not even just black people, I think, you know, Latinos and everyone else at the table, it's to make sure that we're representing those racially sensitive topics that aren't the norm.
Or if you're a mother who bikes and you need to, you know, you got extra delicate cargo with you, your needs are different.
If one thing I can impress upon the entire bike community is imagery is so important, and if people can't see themselves in the picture, then they don't think it's for them.
But you need sometimes someone to say, you know, I look like you, I can do it, let's do it together.
They did an infographic, but very innocently showing white people on bicycles through a black neighborhood. And I said, and I was very blunt, and I said, yeah, this is very nice. I think this is a great graphic, but I think that we also need to show, this is a black community, so I'm just gonna be very clear. If you want any hope of moving this forward, we need to show black kids, black young people. If we're going to talk about pedestrians, show somebody with a stroller, you have to show the community, and also showing a little patience and introducing ourselves to the community. So before we start pushing on government, let's build our momentum with the community and find that common ground.
Like I've heard folks say, well, you know, black women can ride bikes, they're not prohibited from doing it, but a lot of times you put that on yourself, you put those limitations on yourself. So in terms of our perspective, it's, you know, do I have body image issues? You know, is that keeping me from getting on a bike? Or, you know, have I not exercised enough?
For the most part, those are the types of cyclists that we feel like our rides draw out because they want to feel comfortable on bikes, and our regular monthly rides are a way to do that.
African American women, we've got high rates of obesity and being overweight. So sometimes it's intimidating to think, oh yeah, I'm gonna get on a bike and ride, you know, I can only do a mile. Well, that mile is a powerful mile.
Look at you, Veronica. You're young, you're fit, I can't do what you do. That's cool because I have members who are older than me and who are larger than me who are doing it. And so I think that they get to see those examples and see people that look like them. And I think that's really one of the reasons why the Black Women Bike movement is gaining momentum, which is why Black Women Bike this year, we are moving a lot of our programming into majority black neighborhoods.
Right outside of Washington is Prince George's County, and I cycle from there to work into the city. It's only about 7 miles, but it's great. But we're going to start advocacy out in Prince George's to make a safer Suitland Road.
You know, really advocacy is at the core of what we do, because what we are is creating an army, if you will, of giving black women the tools that they need to bike, but giving them the language that they need to fight for better in their neighborhoods.
Because we have the numbers that we do and the access to, black women that want to bike, people are coming to us because they want to hear our perspectives and they want to get us involved in particular initiatives.
For every one woman you get on a bike, she gets 2 other her friends on a bike. And that's been consistent across all the women who've been a part of our program.
Because we're in numbers now, we now have a voice that we didn't have before.
The fact that our council members, we have the credibility with our elected leaders here in DC. So we do have 2 women that have been nominated by at-large council members and that serve and represent us here in DC. We really have to address racial differences. We can't run away from it just because it's a bicycle. And so I'm really encouraged by that dialogue that's starting to happen.